Hi, everyone.
Hey,
I'm Alicia.
and I'm Meredith.
And this is It's About the Pasta, a Vanderpump Rules podcast, season 9, episode 13. There's going to be at least 2 more episodes.
Definitely.
Because they're going to announce when the season finale comes.
Yeah, the season next week, I think, is the season finale, actually.
No, they would have said next week on the season finale of Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, you know what? Maybe the trip and then going there is one episode, and then the actual party.
Part 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
Because so I do know it ends with the party.
Okay, so we have at least 2 episodes, and maybe that's the end. But okay, so we're close. It hasn't been a bad season. It's
hard to get back into it.
I need like a game or something for them to play.
Now I'm something kind of disappointed because we're watching all these couples, and I just want to get to the reunion and talk about it. It's hard to watch an engagement party when you know this couple isn't engaged anymore.
Yeah, that's super true. Okay, but before we get into it, check out the A&M Podcast Network. We have this show. We have Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast, which starts in like a week or week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. The next 2 weeks. And then we also have One Season Wonders. We have 2 seasons of that right now on Patreon. I think only one is live that you can look up, but we plan on doing a 3rd because One Season Wonders is like our fucking favorite thing to do.
We already have it picked out. It's just hard.
Yeah. It's hard because Bravo doesn't stop now. It's like we didn't have Bravo for so long, and now it won't fucking stop. Also be sure to rate, review, subscribe. We have no new reviews. But I think we got a new rating. So thank you so much. I don't know what it is. It doesn't tell me, but we have a new rating.
I'm gonna believe it is 5 stars because I give you 5 stars every day of my life.
I give it back to you, girl.
Alicia's like, I give you 1.
Sometimes. No,
what's that TikTok where it's like, I can't give you a 0, so I give you a 1
because it was so bad. So I'm gonna give you a 1. That's when America's Next Top Model, they would give them numbers.
Yes.
It got really weird. Okay. Join our Facebook group. It's the same name as the podcast, but really follow us on Instagram. We're millennials. We're all about that Instagram.
Definitely. We do have some new people to the Facebook group. So,
oh my God, welcome.
Honestly, post your heart out.
Yeah, someone else post, honestly, literally anything. No, I take that back. We will block you if you post weird shit. But
you can post articles like the breaking news of the Bravo sphere.
I was like, don't post nudes or anything.
For a while there. Oh no. I'm like
weird shit.
Like help us curate the good stuff, because that is how sometimes I find out about the breaking news of the Bravo sphere.
Yeah, please post. But yeah, Instagram at Vanderpasta. That's where the show's going. We got a ton of followers in the past 2 days. Thank you guys so much. And honestly,
get us in the DMs. It's really fun. You'll either get Alicia or I. It depends on the day.
Sometimes it switches and we text each other. We're like Jackie messaged you and I read it. And I'll be like, okay, I'll go talk to Jackie now. But I also like how on our photos we don't just get like 2 likes that are me and Meredith. There's other people liking it, so please like our photos.
I can't like when I don't like when I post. I feel like a loser liking my own post.
Oh, I love them. And comment back to me, you guys. There was once a girl that commented and asked if we were like 12-year-olds doing a podcast, and we had a great conversation. Honestly,
that's our spirit animal.
That was the best. And then join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Let me tell you what you can get. For $1 a month, you get access to all of our pre-show catch-ups. Super fun. Today's was long.
So long.
We went from talking twice a week to once, so our pre-shows have become extremely long. And also you get access to any episodes that we record early. For $2 a month, you get access to any after shows we do. That is primarily when we go back and watch old episodes of the podcast, so then we can talk about Bravo spoilers. And then also
all the Vanderpump ones will be very interesting with how the world is turning out with these
Bravo lives. I know they never stop. Okay, and then we'll say your name on the podcast. So thank you to Chris, Dustin, Jackie, Tiffany, Tracy, Danae, Gina, Kelsey, Mariah, and Zoe.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
It makes us so happy.
It brings me so much joy.
Literally. So I would be nothing without them.
It's our second year with the Patreon.
Oh my God.
Like full year. Because we started
I was just hoping that we'd match our numbers from year one, which was 1. So I was really hoping for just 2 patrons, but we have more. So
it's fun. There's so much stuff on there. That's where we update everything first.
Literally so much shit.
I was looking through it the other day and I was like, in 1 year.
This is what, well, we were in a pandemic. We started right before a pandemic, and then it just so happened we had nothing to do but watch TV. So it worked out really well for us. And then for $5 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus you get, what is it? Oh, you
ask
get
us questions.
You get to ask us questions. Give us your thoughts. We do have some thoughts to do before the episode and after the episode. So we will get to those, but that's for live season. So right now you have 2 weeks to join if you want to do, or I guess there'll be a reunion. So you have like a few weeks to join if you want to give us your thoughts on Vanderpump and get it read on the show. And Summer House is coming.
Yeah, right into Summer House.
If you want to give us your thoughts on Summer House, now's the time to join, ladies and gents. And then also we will pick a patron of the episode. Honestly, I did not do the, actually, you know what? I know who I'm going to pick. I know who I'm going to pick. Are you ready?
Yes.
I should really keep a tallying list. It's really spur of the moment. I'm going to pick Tracy. Because Tracy gave us some thoughts. I mean, like along with our girl Jackie, but Tracy gave us some thoughts and we don't hear from Tracy often. And I always love when we hear from Tracy, and she's been around for a super long time.
I can't wait.
So I got to give some to Tracy. So patron of the episode. Okay. So before we get into it, we're not mixing it up. I'm sober right now. So
same. I was drinking a kind of flat Coke earlier and it really disappointed me.
When I say I'm sober, I mean I'm going to Hawaii soon, and not that that has anything.
Are you doing dry January?
No, I just don't kind of feel like drinking right now.
That's okay.
But you know, it's fine. I'm going to try. A New Year's resolution was to like just not drink when I'm stressed, and I'm very stressed with work right now, so I can't drink.
Yeah, but I have to do just a complete don't drink during the weekdays.
Yeah. I'm really trying.
Because that's when I'm always stressed out.
We're a mess. Okay, but some thoughts before the episode. Okay, so
from a patron?
Yes. So Jackie says, oh my God, Brock. Oh, she goes, oh my God, Brock. Because this was, last week, Brock was going to plan a surprise wedding and have Randall pay for it. She goes, OMG, Brock. I think also Scheana behind the scenes planning a surprise wedding and assuming Lala and Randall would pay for the bill. So she thinks Scheana was involved.
I think Scheana knew. I don't think this was actually a surprise to Scheana.
Okay, hot take. I mean, not hot
like the whole thing was not a surprise in my opinion. Like some parts may have been, yes.
She knew something because she had dresses.
Yeah.
She was reading Brock's phone. That was it, probably. Scheana's that type.
Oh, okay. She's like, just type it into your phone so I can say I read it.
Jackie says, I do not think Brock is a good guy at all. Feels like Scheana and everyone is just opportunities for him. Shady AF. And who is James to dictate? We'll stop right there. So yes, I also don't think Brock is a good guy right now, Jackie.
I don't think he's like the worst ever though.
No.
I think he's like yellow in my book. Like
he's
not in the green light. He's not in the red. For me, he's yellow.
We're immune to bad because we not only had Jax, but then we had Max and Brett for a little bit, and threesome Brett.
Let's give James some like not great guy
James
qualities.
Was pretty bad. Yeah,
Sober James isn't even the best.
To me, Brock is just selfish. Like he's not thinking about like anything else besides him and his life, right? Like he's like, Randall can pay for it. He has money. Like that's fine. I don't really care.
I think he sees cha-ching dollar signs when he sees everyone in this group and Scheana.
He's trying to hustle and it's not good. Okay. So then Jackie says, and who is James to dictate a bachelorette party? It's not his party. Agreed. I died laughing at Tom's joke as penis straws being a gateway drug.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for the thoughts, Jackie. And then Tracy had some comments, I think, before the episode, but I'm going to read them after the episode because they go fine with that. Okay, so let's get into the episode.
What happened last week?
Previously on Vanderpump's Rules, Brock is creating a homebody app and James doesn't want to model for free. Katie and Ariana are going to open a sandwich shop together. Raquel is planning an engagement party. We went to the Give 'em Lala event and Katie and Sandoval kept fighting. So the Toms broke up and I wish that storyline just lasted a little longer, but I get it.
I agree.
Okay, so we open up at Lala and Randall's. Lala is pumping and Katie is here and pumping feels really good because she loves nipple play. So
but now as a mom, it's a little bit different.
See, but if someone had been like Lala doesn't have to tell me this. I don't think like in my spare time, like, do I think Lala likes nipple play? But if someone was like, do you think Lala likes nipple play? I'd be like, yeah, like she doesn't have to confirm. No. I know. So, yeah, but being a mom, you just don't want to suck dicks anymore. It's like different, which is also
just
fine.
A little different now that there's a kid around.
So Katie's a little hungover from the Give 'em Lala event. And Lala's like, that's okay. At least you talk to me because I guess Ariana didn't say one word to Lala.
This confused me.
I don't know. Lala was the one that initially didn't like Ariana. I don't know why.
Yeah, what happened
also, they did the drinks
we
thing.
Don't give a fuck about each other.
But then they hung out and did that drinks thing for like a pickleball event or something. Remember, Ariana came over and we thought it was weird, but they're just gonna move on.
I don't remember, no.
I remember that because it is still the weirdest thing that's happened. I don't know why.
Ariana helped Lala buy stuff.
Alcohol.
Yes, I do remember that. But why do you expect Ariana to be your bestie when at the start of the season you said you two don't give a fuck about each other?
That's what Katie kind of says. She's like, can they just agree they don't give a fuck about each other? Like, I don't know what the issue is.
And she says, like, they just won't admit that they both hurt each other, which I see.
Yeah.
Like, this is just getting so dumb.
Yeah, and it's also hard because Katie really loves Ariana and she really also loves Lala. So she's like in this middle. So instead, to get out of the middle, she says Ariana and her are going to open up a sandwich shop because Schwartz won't do it. But Katie's slightly nervous. Well, not really, like a little hesitant because getting to business with your besties, like witches of Fleeho, it can fuck up a whole friendship. What a time that was.
But I look at this so different because Ariana and Katie are not BFFs like the tightest could be. So I think their friendship can handle this.
I agree. And Katie said that with Ariana, she doesn't have to worry about where her friendship ends and business begins. Like they're kind of that kind of friend already. And yeah, they're going to actually set up a meeting with Randall to invest because Randall just looking to get involved.
All he wants is something to invest in.
All he wants is something named after him.
Which a sandwich,
Randall
sandwich. I think a sandwich is really a good idea because
Randall.
It's not your whole. You don't just have one sandwich. You know, you have like 12. So one sandwich being named after Randall and maybe Randall's favorite type of sandwich is perfect.
Yeah, and I would much rather have a sandwich called the Randall than a drink called the Randall. It's just more a sandwich name.
And to be honest, I feel like a lot of people might buy it.
I would buy it.
I'd be like, depends, I want to know what Randall's favorite sandwich is.
Depends what's on it, because Randall could go either way. He's a little, iffy.
That's true. But could you imagine if you had two, the dark side and the the bright?
Would love. Okay, so also wait. So when I was watching this, I was like, oh, this is a little rough. I wonder if Randall would still be asked to.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, because Katie is obviously friends with Lala, but like we need Randall's money.
Yeah. So because to jump ahead in our preview for next week, we see that they do sit down and there's a discussion with Katie and Randall. So if this gets decided on this season, I'm curious what has happened in the months since.
I know. RIP to this couple. Okay, so now see, this is what I'm interested in. I don't want to watch the couples. I want to know if Randall's involved in the sandwich
This is
shop.
the only version of the couple breakup that I care about.
Yeah. Who's involved?
Did Randall
Who
keep
took
this
what side?
investment? Yeah.
What sides are we on?
Will Lala show up to the opening of this sandwich shop if Randall is invested?
Will she order the Randall? Get Randall back in her mouth? Okay, so with
that's too good. That was good.
We're now at Schwartz and Katie's house. Schwartz is setting up some DJ stuff, which I was like, hey, and then James shows up with his DJ stuff. So basically, we find out that Tom has always had a dream to DJ music in his own bar, which seems like a really specific dream because a few years ago you didn't have a bar. Was this a dream in your 20s or your 40s? I'm
so confused by this because if somebody told me I really want to DJ, I'd be like, okay, here's the aux cord.
Yeah.
Here's a whole soundboard.
Not be an actual DJ. Also, this is just a very specific dream for someone to like be able to make happen. It's oddly weird. Okay, but Schwartz loves James. Plus, he can't hang out with Sandoval. So
he's bored. He's sad. Thing. Let's find a new hobby.
James has got great confidence. He can help Tom put his dream into reality. So he does ask though, like, James, what if the crowd's not really feeling your music? And James says usually he would take a drink, but now
it's better than that.
He's better, and he's gonna quit some fucking weed. And Schwartz is like, no, don't give up weed. And I was like, you're the worst friend.
I'm like, Schwartz, actually the doctor told you to also give up weed. Maybe you should join this.
Like someone's literally like, for my health and like my relationship and my own sanity, I'm gonna give up weed. And Schwartz is like, what? None of that's as important as the joint. It's so stupid.
How can you live without it?
Okay, so James gives Schwartz a test, like the club's bumping, everyone's dancing. What do you say to the crowd? And Tom responds with, hey, everybody, hope you're having a good time, which kills James. James thinks Schwartz is the oldest man alive.
You know those commercials? Funny. They're like auto insurance commercials where it's that guy trying to teach people not to be their parents. This is the next rendition of that commercial.
Those are my favorite commercials, and I'll never see them the same because I'll see Schwartz going, hey, everybody.
How you doing tonight? Like, I just need him to have a mustache, one of those windbreaker jackets, and maybe a hat on, and says, hey, guys, what you doing tonight?
You should have been that guy for Halloween. The insurance guy or the auto insurance guy or whatever. You would have made it great. Okay, so now we go to Tom and Ariana's house. Sandoval's working out in his gym that Schwartz misses so much. Mm-hmm. Brock shows up. We talked for a little bit. Sorry about the wedding falling through, but it came down to the space being too much money in between homebody and child support and this engagement ring. Brock doesn't have a ton of money. We later find out it's because his credit's not too good in America yet, which I don't think
that is a thing. Is that a thing?
No, I think if I moved to Australia, right, my credit
score would follow you, right? Fine. Because credit cards are the same.
No matter have the same money, right? I don't know.
I think so, but
am I dumb? Not. Can our podcast parents please let us know? You see more. I'm gonna call my dad.
Is your credit score only tied to your country?
Realistically, I could Google this, but I'm gonna call my dad.
I want somebody else to answer for me.
I'll follow. Yeah, honestly, too much effort. So Sandoval's really happy Brock's here because usually Schwartz would be here, but they broke up, so they can't hang out right now. But the thing is, Katie and Sandoval are doing really good right now. Yes. Because they don't see each other. But
I agree. I think this break was necessary.
Yeah. But Sandoval had told Schwartz that he didn't want to be the reason for, problems. So that's why they broke up, which I do kind of think that's what Sandoval's main goal was. He didn't want to ruin his friend's life, but he's being dramatic about it, which makes it seem like it's kind of an act, but I like it. Okay. Back to Schwartz's house. Schwartz is talking about Sandoval because he misses him because they broke up and he can't wait to get back to business with Sandoval, and then they can hang out and get further along with the bar and be buddies again. And
once the bar's done, we can be best friends again.
James is like half listening, but then he informs Schwartz that Sandoval posted a pic of him and Rock.
New bestie.
Yeah, real friends don't leave you hanging. That was the caption.
I love it.
And so also the previous 5 photos that Sandoval had taken were with Schwartz. So this is a real breakup. And so
I'm telling you, this is the dumb stuff about social media, but it does mean something.
Yeah. Schwartz is a little hurt. So him and James take a picture together and hashtag it the next real duo.
I mean, amazing.
Great.
What a
James
great clapback.
Such a shit. James was like, we should take a photo and we should post it and we're gonna get back at that.
It's the slight, theirs were like less noticeable little digs, but hurt worse because it's like the next like duo or whatever their hashtag was worked with the photo. Like hashtag new bestie was a very clear like shot at Schwartz, but like the more subtle it is, the more hurtful it is.
Yeah. It's intense. So then back at Sandoval's house, Sandoval sees the photo and he also says it hurts. The best is they're laughing through the pain. Like they're like, that's hilarious. It hurts a little.
This reminds me of, it was either season 3 or 4 when Instagram was a new thing and the girls did this. There was like a night out thing.
Yes. Where they
Stassi,
battled.
Katie,
Yeah. Stassi, Katie, Jen, and Christina, and Peter, and Jeremy.
Were out to dinner. Yeah.
Because they didn't want to go to like Scheana's party, but then like Ariana and Tom all like took photos on tables. It was great. That was this. And just for your timeline, I did go and find these photos on Instagram. It was Tom Sandoval and James that posted. And it was July 1st. So
interesting.
I appreciate
this.
And then Schwartz posted it yesterday and said, we were on a break. So very funny. They're all in good spirits. Okay. So now we're at Scheana's apartment. Summer's up. Erica, the mom, is here.
Another baby that is just in the scene and then gets handed off as soon as we actually started.
We're talking about how the baby slept and with Erica, the mom, and then Lala shows up and she loves the building. And it's like, okay, Erica, the mom, take Summer away.
All right. Yeah, grandma, we don't need the baby anymore.
In case you forgot, Scheana's a fucking mom. The same way Lala's a fucking mom, okay?
Just a little sprinkle of baby and then we got to get out of here.
Just in case you didn't know, we're parents. Okay, so Scheana's talking about how her gym finally opened and she's so excited to get back in shape. And then Lala's like, that period cramp workout I do with Katie, my ass is per gear because they're moms, so they're now out of shape. Listen, I'm not a mom and I'm out of shape. So girls, doesn't have to be moms. But Lala asked what's going on with the wedding and Scheana said she figured out the surprise.
Wait, the best is she's like, well, you probably know more than I do, but here's what I know. Literally everything.
Boom. And Lala's like, I knew none of that.
I couldn't even get any information or a credit card from your partner.
So Lala says that she's frustrated because, Brock got Scheana's hopes up, but Scheana says it's okay because it's like a timing thing and she deserves more.
And I bought dresses. I'm just getting ahead of the curve now.
Yeah. And secretly in her interview, Lala's mostly sad because Brock won't pay for it, which I get, but we're not going to let Scheana know that because it's a new friendship that was broken, but it's
Lala's sitting over there waving red flags. Yeah. Like, hey.
We talk about the prenups. Because after you get divorced once, you always get a prenup. And Lala's in. She's
when you
prenup.
date. Think about the divorce closet with Rob. She didn't even get any of that.
I literally wrote down LOL the divorce closet. Literally LOL the divorce closet. That's all I think about. Listen, I get it because I think Shay probably had less money, so he got a lot of Scheana's money in their divorce. I'm just gonna guess,
especially because wasn't he like a drug addict and an alcoholic? So it's like
and a recording artist.
He was by the time they actually divorced, he probably was not doing a lot. So forking over, even if she was just making like Sir money, which she wasn't. But just forking over any money is annoying in that situation.
But then Rob fucking scammed her out of again.
So she's not getting screwed twice.
That's my favorite joke. My favorite joke is the divorce clause. Okay. But yeah, Lala agrees because her and Randall have a prenup, which honestly, I get
Scheana
Lala
snubbed, she said, whenever she announced
Scheana did
it.
snub it. And listen, I'm gonna sit here and say it was probably Randall's idea to get the prenup. Lala's over here like, I love a good prenup. And I was like, Randall probably was the one that was like, we're gonna prenup because Mark Wahlberg's my friend and it's in the
But
prenup.
Here's the thing. Lala should, like, it's smart of her because now she owns 100% of
give him Lala.
Yeah. I mean, they were never
agree.
married, so this didn't actually,
it wasn't a thing. Yeah, the prenup never came into.
But her even not even letting him invest, he has no rights to it.
That's fantastic. And then, as we know, Katie and Tom have a prenup, which was more Katie saying like, "That's fine," because Tom only has debt, so now his debt is not my debt.
Yeah,
which 10 out of 10.
Which I learned through the Bravo docket of like, that's what's so great about prenups in California is, I think prenups in general too, is you never assume their debt, which is why Erica Girardi should have signed a prenup, because then she wouldn't be liable for all of Tom's debts.
I'm pro prenup.
I'm so pro prenup.
Honestly, even if he's like a billionaire, we're gonna prenup that.
You're mixing finances, that becomes kind of business. So also have your own checking account, everybody.
Agreed. Okay, so I just really want to, at this point in time, I am shocked by the transitions that they do. Whoever edited this went to PowerPoint and took all the like upside down and moving transitions, because I don't know what the fuck was happening, but someone was on drugs transitioning this episode. It was amazing. Pay attention.
I like never catch those details. I'm so detail oriented in my personal life. When I watch TV, I just need to be a mush.
Everyone needs to go watch, because he was like, at one point we were zooming in on this girl's legs and then it turned into the overview, and then it went upside down and in out. Like, it was crazy. So if you're on shrooms, you should just watch transitions of this episode. So now we're at Schwartz and Sandy's. Greg is here, who I've now figured out did the garden side of Tom Tom. No one said. Everyone's just like, it's Greg.
They never said
who
that.
The fuck Greg is. They finally were like, he did the garden side.
How this guy got involved, because we never got a backstory, but it seems like they have, because of their relationship, that they have worked together.
So this Lisa
makes a million %. Yeah. Is this when they announced that? How did? Yeah. I missed it again.
Yeah, he did only the garden side of Tom Tom. So then, not that matters, because the garden, I'm sure, is beautiful and it's more than the Toms know. But now
it's a recent relationship formed when they did that project.
And then we have Lucinda, the designer, and Dan, the contractor. So we're getting ready to break ground. Sandoval starts describing all this shit about starry nights and archways and light coming out of the ground and a bar in the bathroom. And if anything, it's giving me and Schwartz anxiety, because we need to have this.
Schwartz would be like the genius.
But he can't, he doesn't put it out there. So he's just like, not.
He leaves it for the cutting room floor of his interviews.
Yeah. So everything will take about 3 to 4 months to get done, but Greg needs it done faster than that. And Sandoval doesn't understand. I need it faster. Sandoval doesn't understand why it's going to take so long, because it's just a facelift.
It is not a facelift. We are not changing out some lighting fixtures and some chairs. That is, want to put in a
full archway, my friend?
Yeah. That is constructing a new body.
Yeah, I agree. So then Greg says he's going to go next door. So I don't know what the fuck is next door, but Greg, I got so many questions for Greg.
Later they basically say, whenever they do the whatever party, they say it's in like a strip mall.
Franklin something. Franklin Strip Mall or whatever.
It's not the like Tom Tom. None of those restaurants are next door.
Honestly, at this point, I thought Greg was going next door to Tom Tom. But Greg's going next door to the local CVS, I guess. I don't know. I need a show all about Greg. This man seems like he lives a million lives a day, and I need his interview. I need Greg to do a mini interview.
I agree, because I'm pissed off for Greg. I'm about ready to just go to these meetings on Greg's behalf, because
I hope Greg shows up at the reunion for like a split
Greg is becoming incompetent, because even he isn't like, whoa, let's scale this back.
So I'm assuming everyone else, like Lucinda, leaves, because then now it's just the Toms hanging out. And Schwartz is very upset because they're not where they should be. And Sandoval has no anxiety. This man has no stress. That's why he has no wrinkles. He is just
I'm very
the
stressed.
best.
And you know when Schwartz is stressed, like
that man
there are people who are dead from stress if Schwartz is stressed.
Yeah. So they're gonna show people, they're really excited. They don't like give us context, but they start talking about how they're excited to show people the before and after. And I was like, why would you show anyone a before? Well, am I wrong in the restaurant business to think like,
you are. I get this because they did this at Tom Tom. Remember whenever it was like stripped down to the bones and they did that party?
Oh, you're right, because Rob was there and Scheana kept saying, do you like my hat? Do you want to go home? Do you like my hat?
Yes. So like I get this being like, hey, let's toast to the start of it, like the real start of it.
Oh, okay. I get it.
But the way it looks now, that's not how I would throw this party.
It's messy. You should strip it. You got to strip it first.
Yes.
Yeah, agree. So
because it is nice. It is cool to see the before and after, for the show's sake. But I think for your friends and your family who aren't like emotionally invested in this with you, they're not financially, but they're invested in this project. Like it's cool to show them like, here's what it used to look like. Like, wait till we fast forward a few months.
That makes sense. Thank you so much for explaining. I had zero clue what was happening. Okay, so now
we've done this before obviously in a Lisa way.
We go to James and Raquel's apartment. Kate is here to help finalize stuff for the engagement party. If you forgot who Kate is, like I did, it's Raquel's sister.
It's been 1 week, I think.
She just kind of like do not care about
Kate. I actually love her because I need more Raquel. So this gives me the Raquel I love.
We find out Raquel's is going to spend $150 on flowers because her and James know nothing about flowers and know that maybe you should save that money for the wedding. But now we know the wedding's not happening.
Was it 150,000 or 150?
Oh, they just said 150.
So I think what they're saying is that's too little because I agree. What can you get for $150?
Why do you need a ton of flowers for an engagement party? My friend threw an engagement party. We bought her cake and bought
but like look at their venue. It's basically like a mini wedding.
You're gonna tell me this venue doesn't provide some fucking flowers?
No, you need something on the tables. So like $150 is gonna be like one stem on each table.
They went to Trader Joe's.
That's honestly, that's $20. Okay, if you're going to spend $150, that's the way to do it. Go to Costco and Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
And do it
flowers.
And be Lisa, like do it yourself.
DIY. Yeah. Okay. But so Kate's here to help because she's already been married.
I like how this is the qualification. She's been married. She knows how to do this.
So they're talking about a seating arrangement because this is basically a pre-wedding. And we find out Max is invited. I hope he gets some scream time next week because he deserves it.
I can't wait.
So then the producers must have given Kate some lines because she's asking now about Schwartz and Sandy's. Like, I believe Kate fucking gives a shit about Schwartz and Sandy's.
Like, she's like, bummer, I can't attend the party. What are you guys looking forward to?
It's like, I actually wasn't invited. The producers told me to do this, and I actually don't want to be here.
I don't even know
if Kate Schwartz becomes a reality star, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh, she better not meant to be a friend of the show. After this, I need her off.
We're gone. Yeah. So Raquel, we see a picture of Raquel's place. Like you said, it's a fucking castle. This girl is like,
this is a wedding.
This is a wedding. Are they getting married? Are we going to see a wedding? No, I know they don't because they break up.
Because of Scheana.
That's true. But okay, so first day they're there, Raquel and James are going to do like a sip or puff paint class. And Kate is like, James, I thought you were going to give up weed. And so James lets her know that yesterday someone tested positive for COVID. So he quarantined for like 17 hours and he smoked the whole.
None of it made sense.
So much to say. I have so many thoughts. One, if someone got COVID yesterday, you should quarantine for at least 5 days.
Why are we with Kate? Why is
Kate here? 2, you couldn't go 17. You were like, I'm so bored quarantining for 17 hours. I'm gonna have to smoke some
But it's not
weed.
even like he was like, I'm gonna just postpone it a week because like I know this is gonna be stressful and I don't want to give up this crutch yet. That's not him. He's just like, how could I possibly
quarantine for 12 whole hours? Yeah. I could never. So now Kate has COVID. But yeah, he basically he says he doesn't want to quit smoking. And I mean, he's gone 2 years without drinking. And honestly, like, your prerogative, man. Like, you quit drinking, which was good on you. You just have to know, like, if you don't quit weed, people might not like that, but like, fuck it, you know? The only person he should care about is
he did this whole tour of like, I'm gonna quit smoking, and that's the problem, is now everybody has this expectation, and he's gonna get mad that people have this expectation that he served up.
Just stop telling people shit.
Yeah, stop telling people anything.
But yeah, at least he gave up alcohol. He gave it up for Raquel, which then made me think, is he drinking now? Probably not. But like, he did say he gave up alcohol for his relationship, and now he doesn't have a relationship. So
I don't think he would. I think he really does see the benefits as long as he keeps weed.
I was like, I hope he's still sober. Like,
he may have like fallen off the wagon, you know, like if you're like so upset, like obviously something could have happened, but not that I do or don't know. But I don't. That
was just my thought. I was just like, wow, because if you give something up for a relationship,
to me, made it seem like it was like her fault.
What do you do when that relationship ends then? Like, that was my thought.
Well, we'll see. Knock on some wood that he is still sober.
I love sober.
I feel like that's gonna be a question asked at the reunion.
Yeah. So now we're in Ariana and Tom's car. Sandoval's getting stuff for his progress party, and then Brock calls, and Brock says he has an idea. He's got a ring, which Sandoval's gonna help pick up with him, because no one can just pick up a ring in this town.
We can't do anything alone.
Fiasco. But he's gonna propose at home and then get married at James and Raquel's engagement party. They're just gonna step away for a day, and then the four of them, so Scheana, Brock, Ariana, and Sandoval, are gonna go, and Sandoval's actually gonna marry them, and Ariana will be the witness. This is dumber than the other shit, but like, fine, if this is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
This is, if someone did this to me, I'd be pissed. But as far as check in with Scheana, make sure she's good with that. B, if we all know it's a bad idea, like Ariana is like, it's a bad idea, we should not do this.
They're like, hey, this is a horrible idea. Let's just make sure we really keep it on the DL.
Keep it. This is an issue. This is a problem.
This literally rings
it's a bad idea.
That Friends episode where Monica says that Rachel stole her thunder. This has all of that written all over it. I think this is shitty, personally.
This is a bad idea. I'm more kind of annoyed that everyone else is like, this is a bad idea, and no one's being like, we should not do this thing. I agree.
I would be more pissed if I were James, that on camera everybody said it was a bad idea and still went ahead with it.
Still was like secrets. The only one I could possibly give a pass to is Tom Sandoval, because I think he's blinded by idiot love. No. I think he just fully is like, I love love. Let's celebrate as much love as we can.
Brock gets a pass because he doesn't really understand the dynamics.
I also think Brock, the fact that I think boys are also kind of stupid. Sandoval has a very feminine mind.
So thoughtful about everything. I know. That's why I don't think he gets a pass.
We see in the next episode that Scheana says it's a bad idea, and we see in this episode Ariana says it's a bad idea. These two it's a bad idea.
But Scheana in the preview still says, I think, like, we just got to make sure nobody finds out.
It's a bad idea. Stop doing it. It's hey, Meredith, you know what? Doing Met's a bad idea, so I'm just gonna keep it secret. No, fuck.
I'm gonna rob somewhere. We just gotta really keep it on the DL.
Keep it a secret. If it's a bad idea and you have to keep it a secret, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
That being said, I do a lot of shit I keep a secret. It keeps me up at night.
You do it, and then you're like, that was a bad idea. Now I'm going to keep it a secret.
That's true. If
preemptively, you're not like, this is a horrible idea.
Now you're gonna have to own it. When they're like, you did a shitty thing, you're not gonna be like, I didn't even think about it.
Warren Conrad, you did a shitty thing.
you know it's a shitty thing.
You know what you did. That's what this is gonna turn into.
It is. They are the Heidi and Spencers of this entire storyline.
They are so becoming
bad.
I don't like it. I think they're kind of becoming shitty people who don't care about other people.
Yeah. So then they're like, yeah, if James finds out, he's gonna be pissed. So we'll just be secret agents, spy games. No. So Brock says bye, and then Tom and Ariana are both like, this is a bad idea. Do you think the producers were like, do it? Like, what? There's no way.
Think so.
There's no way Tom and Ariana were like, let's just fucking do it. Like, this is a bad idea. And these two are usually a little more sane.
I think they're thinking,
If it's
because I was thinking, do this, like, when would I find it acceptable? Because sometimes I have to like talk myself through things and decide like what makes me not so judgmental.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, okay, so if you went up early or stayed late, like, would they still be pissed? And I was like, yeah,
stayed late.
Yes, because stayed late is a little bit better because you're not, they get to have their moment, but no matter what, you're taking away from their conversation. And I don't like that.
I think as long as James and Raquel leave, then it's fair game. But if James and Raquel are still at the castle, don't get married at the castle.
Because Ariana touched on this a little bit because she told Brock, oh, it's okay, there'll always be another plan. I feel like they feel bad that Brock's plan fell through and just want to help this get to the finish line. And they're just like, we got to push it across.
Sound the alarm. This is not gonna end.
There are 7 alarm bells ringing and nobody is answering them.
I hope last minute Ariana or Tom is just like, we're gonna not do this.
Scheana realizes I want everybody's attention on me. Let's not do this.
Let's not do this. Yeah. So now we're at Villa Rosa. Katie and Ariana are here. They, sit down with Lisa, get some sangria, and then start telling her about this sandwich shop. They met earlier today. They decided that the sandwich shop is going to be European, which I want Katie to sell me a hoagie. I don't want her to sell me some European finger sandwich.
I know. I feel like these are all going to have like prosciutto and mozzarella and be like,
which is fine. I mean, I like that.
But that's not what I was envisioning.
Give me a Reuben, baby.
Yeah. Like Randall's sandwich doesn't fit with this.
It's Randall's sandwich. It's just like caprese. And no, Randall's got a hearty ass meat sandwich.
I am a little concerned.
So Lisa asks, are the Toms gonna get involved? And Ariana says no, she's over Tom getting involved in her shit. Jay-Z didn't get involved with lemonade.
You didn't want Katie involved in the bar. Don't even look or step foot in my sandwich shop until the progress party.
Away from my sandwich shop. So they tell Lisa that the Toms are working on cocktails for the progress party and then invite Lisa to come.
Love it.
Great. They're really putting their men on blast. They're like, why don't you show up?
I can't wait to get to that progress party.
Lisa does say that everyone's gonna have an opinion and Sandoval doesn't like opinions.
Which ding ding ding.
True. So Lisa's basically like, great, do you need money? And they're like, we wouldn't say no to your money if you wanted to invest in our sandwich shop. So then she's like, pitch it to me. And it starts off
a little unprepared, but that's okay.
A little rough.
They say they follow through. Or like they haven't rehearsed it. That's it. They like know what they want to say.
Yes. At least it wasn't like we're going to a meeting to pitch like the Toms have done multiple times. This is like, pitch it to me. And it's like, we haven't prepared, but we're gonna do our best. So
this season with Schwartz and Sandy's and the sandwich shop is giving me that sangria meeting vibes from season 4.
That's exactly what I thought of when they're like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I just want to go to bars. I want to
be an ambassador.
I want to pour shots of sangria.
Because that's how this started with the girls. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, don't. Oh no, and they get it together.
Oh no. So they said they're going to get Randall involved, but basically their space is going to be unapologetically feminine, which I love. But the name is going to be called Something About Her. We both shake our heads.
It's a no. I can't stop smiling because I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to be polite, like cute. And Lisa does the same thing. She's like, cute. Okay.
Listen, this is cute if you're opening like a tea spot, if you're opening finger sandwiches.
Like a self-care place, this would be a cute
self-care. If you're selling me sandwiches, I want it to be like Potbelly, like also
50% of the population is male. Like you're turning 50% of your audience off. This just isn't a good business move, in my opinion.
Yeah, and
I guess I shouldn't say 50% of the population because,
but
your gender.
I get it,
honestly, but
you're turning
off
the male.
A large population of people.
Yeah, by more masculine kind
with of just the name, vibe. Like it can be unapologetically feminine, and I don't think that will turn them off. But something about her.
This makes me think we're gonna have cucumber sandwiches and like hot tea. Something about her.
When I want I
want lunch, baby. What are we getting for lunch?
I want like a Thanksgiving meal on a sandwich.
Yeah, give it an Italian. That's my go-to. Give me a hearty Italian.
Give me like a spicy something.
Let me just list
I want it to be down and dirty. I don't want to be eating cucumber sandwiches.
That actually would have been a great
I want to wipe the back
down
of
and dirty.
my mouth.
Yeah,
with my hand.
Yes. Listen,
I want to shove it down in one breath and then be like, where did it go?
Yeah, I want to be sick.
I slowed down.
I want to be unapologetically full after I eat this shit.
That should be the theme. Unapologetically full.
And the name should be Down and Dirty. Are we opening up a sandwich place? Am I gonna order like Jersey Mike's after this?
I want a freaking sandwich.
I know. So I know now I'm hungry.
So hungry.
Anyway, Katie does talk about how she's excited for the sandwich place because she just wants a purpose for herself. You know, she doesn't want to sit at home and just be a wife. And Ariana says, no, you're so much more capable of than just being a wife.
Like Ariana's so supportive and Lisa is so encouraging. Yeah. Like I love this trio and I just want to be sitting there with them being like, no, let's name it Down and Dirty.
You got it. Yes. I love the idea. I love the vibe. Everything else is wrong.
Unapologetically full though and Down and Dirty.
Yes.
Maybe they just need a split side of the business. So there's a women's side and like, or a more feminine side and a more masculine side.
And we run the masculine side. You want a double meat on that shit? That would be
yes, that's it. Where it's like you get the double the meat and you can have your cucumber sandwich.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so Katie tears up a little bit, but she's really motivated by her emotions. And Lisa says that she knows it's hard because everyone just like had a baby, right? All her friends besides Ariana and I guess Raquel had a baby.
Raquel is a baby.
Raquel's a sweet baby angel.
Raquel has a Graham. Remember the puppy party?
Oh, that's true. Raquel does have a baby. Look out. Katie's only got Gordo and Gordo's not the host of any puppy party. But yeah, so the sandwich shop's going to be her baby. And Katie over the past few years has really struggled with her identity. And now she has something she feels like she can do. And it's going to be better. And I love this.
I like to see this like struggle on this path of like, it's not linear, you know, everybody kind of goes through these career shifts of like, what am I doing with my life? Even if
I agree,
you feel like you're in the right spot, it's still like, what am I supposed to do next? Or what does my life look like in 5 or 10 years? Yeah.
I like how it also shows like, sure, Katie's, I'm not going to say happily married, but like she's in a relationship. Things are going good, right? If you measure success of a woman, you get married and you like have a lovely home,
like how society,
which is great,
important.
But then it's like that's not enough, you know. Like I need something for me. Like my marriage isn't defining me. I'm
like just getting married doesn't mean you're going to be a happy and fulfilled person. You could be, and that's great if that's what like you want and that makes you happy. But there's so much more to life sometimes.
Women want and deserve more than marriages and babies. Okay, we want businesses, we want money,
we want sandwiches.
Work. We want I was just about to say food. No, the one true wish of a woman is to eat whatever she wants and not get fat. We can all
like that
agree.
Is the society thing about
that's true. Fuck society.
Eat the sandwich.
Eat the sandwich.
Get the double meat.
Be unapologetically full. That's now like usually
I feel like we need a t-shirt.
Healthy, I know. Usually I'm like live healthy, and now I'm like forever I'm just gonna remember be unapologetically full. That's
what I want when I want. That's what I like.
Our whole brand is Vanderpump, so I mean be unapologetically full.
With just a bowl of pasta. I'm making a t-shirt. I've decided it. I'm writing myself a post-it note because I'll forget after I eat a sandwich.
That's awesome. Okay, so now let's go see Kyle Chan. He is the jewelry designer that's been around for years. Sandoval walks in with a swaggy ass t-shirt. And Brock comes in a plain shirt and some joggers like he always wears. So Kyle's got Brock's ring. It's 12.97 carats. Which is a lot of carats.
I don't know much about jewelry, so I did not know what to expect.
I don't know anything, but my mom just turned like 52 and she wanted to treat herself. So she got earrings and they were almost 1 carat each. So, and I know she spent a lot of money because she had to really decide if she wanted to spend this much money. So when we find out this ring's $25,000, and I can tell you my mom did not spend $25,000.
You won't know the answer to this, but I'm just gonna ask to the ether. If carats are always the same no matter what the gem is. I feel like yes. You know how weight can be different, like versus size. The volume of something doesn't line up with its weight.
I have literally zero idea.
So I don't know if a carat is about cubic volume or about weight.
I'm honestly,
this is a pink morganite.
I don't know what that aligns means.
It's just the type of stone. It's not a diamond. It's a different type of stone. It's really pretty, but he said it's very rare. So I didn't know if like you had a diamond next to it, would it be the same size?
I would just like everyone to know that for this pink morganite, 1 carat of this is $1,927.
Then he had a horrible. I guess you have to pay for the actual ring too. Then
that's true. Okay, so I just did $25,000 divided by 12.97 carats. So I guess like a little less. Okay, that's how much each carat. Because then I was like, did my mom? Because then I was like, did my mom pay like $2,000 a carat? And then I was like, no, she didn't get a pink morganite, whatever the fuck that is. Okay, so yeah. So Sandoval says, you know, a $25,000 vacation, that's a little outrageous, but this ring is going to be forever, which I find dumb because if we've learned anything at this point, 2 couples this season alone that were engaged broke up. So this ring's not fucking forever.
Bravo relationships are not made to last.
Also, question for you, because this came up in my group of friends last week. If you got engaged and then your engagement ended, would you give the ring back?
It depends.
It depends. That's what I said.
Is it a family like heirloom from his side? If yes, 100%.
Sure. I also thought, what, did he cheat on me or something? Because then this is restitution.
That's the thing. Is like,
if I ended
how long have we been together? What is
the situation?
Yeah. Like, so like if we were together, like my grandma got divorced after many years of marriage. She never wore it, obviously saved it. And then she melted down all of the gold jewelry, like her wedding band and all this family stuff, because she obviously didn't care about that anymore.
Yeah.
But it was still family jewelry, but nobody would want a divorced person's ring. So we used the gold, and she made all the granddaughters like a gold necklace. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
So it's like she repurposed
it depends. But my guy friends were like, we'd want that shit back. And I was like, not if one day you look at me and you're like, I'm having an affair and I love her.
If we were together more than like 2 years, I'm probably going to keep it.
Yeah. Because it was a stage in my life that like, for better or worse, I want to remember it.
Now, if I have more money than you, then maybe
if you're Shay, Michael Shay, Scheana's ex, I'll give it
amicably back. And I kind of feel bad.
If I pity you, that's how you're gonna know if I pity you or not. If I give you the ring back, that's funny. Okay, so Brock needs to put this ring on 3 cards because his credit in America isn't good yet. This stressed me out.
Dude, what he should have said is, I don't have the credit limit to put this all on one card. That is a more acceptable way.
Yeah, because I don't have the credit limit.
A $25,000 credit limit, but between 3 cards, I do.
Yeah.
But that's what he should have said. Instead, he's like, my credit's not great in America.
It's not very good right now.
Yeah.
Dude, my God. Like,
scream your poor louder as you're paying for a $25,000 ring.
It was bad. But yeah, this is the first time he's going to get on one knee, even though he was married before. They just, going to the courthouse, baby.
About this moment that I'm like, there are
red flags.
We had alarm bells about getting married conversation earlier.
Alarm.
We have a million red flags and alarms going off here too.
It's all bad. Okay, so now everyone's getting ready for the party, and the only note I took was James says it's in a strip mall. So I need an aerial view. You know how we do aerial views?
I realized when he said that they've never shown us the front of the building. We have only been inside of it.
It's in though, like Franklin something, like Franklin Park or something, because Scheana used to live around there in her.
I know, but they have never showed us them walking in the door from the outside.
It must be butt fugly. That's what I'm thinking. Or the old restaurant's name is still up there and they don't have rights to show that or something. But that's all I can think
the front door even?
I don't know.
Or them like walking up.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're at Schwartz and Sandy's. The Toms are here. They're setting everything up. They got these plastic cups that Sandoval's gonna have a fucking heart attack about. This is the only
I'm like,
stress
this
he
is what you're
feels.
pissed about. Look at all
This
the trash
is
everywhere.
what he's pissed about.
There's literally a bug on the floor we see later.
Oh my God, I know. So Schwartz, this is when Schwartz asked Sandoval for his hand in friendship back.
Oh my God.
So Sandoval agrees, obviously. And so they're back together. And to put icing on the cake, Katie made matching friendship bracelets for the Toms. And
I feel like the friendship bracelets made by Katie is what shows the break was successful and we're back.
This is an olive branch.
Yes.
Be like, I'm allowing you to be friends with my husband again. But he's gonna pick me, bitch.
But like when you look at your wrist and my husband's wrist,
remember me. But yeah, so Schwartz could not be happier. I feel like this is his real love. Sorry to Katie, but he does say Sandoval completes him. That's God.
And they're matching sweaters in their interview. I can't.
Oh my God, they did an interview together. That only happens with couples. That was crazy. And I would just like to say the only reason I think Katie's allowing this friendship to happen again is because Schwartz was so insufferable without him.
Honestly.
Like at least this
and Katie has something to distract her now. Like she's like, I don't need you guys anymore.
She came home and Schwartz was like, I'm gonna be a DJ without Sandoval. And Katie's like, no.
I need you to get your Sandoval back.
Freaked out. She's like, go back. Schwartz was gaining a bunch of weight because he wasn't working out with Sandoval. Like Katie's just like, you know what?
He's like, I'm trying to start a sandwich shop and now you're annoying me. Go find your best friend again.
She is, and she gets no benefits because of the prenup.
It's like when you take your kids' stuff away as like punishment for them and then it's actually a punishment for you.
Yeah, it's just worse. Okay, so the wives are here. That's why I call it Ariana and Katie, and they realize there's no sitting area, and Ariana's pissed because this bitch deserves a seat. Which I don't like to not.
Yes,
I love to sit. It's
not even a bar stool.
I know. Also, it looks like a total dump. This is when we see kind of like everything present, and it's kind of gross.
I can't even decide if some of the furniture is new or old. Then there's just boxes. There's something on every single table, chairs stacked up. It is a mess. This isn't a progress party. This is we just bought this place party.
Oh, I know. So then they all cheers to the friendship. But like the break was fine. It did good things, but Schwartz is still really pissed about that post that Sandoval did. Oh, like God. Brock looks really hot and he
not
gets
in a sexual way.
But like
we don't have a sexual
him and Tom don't have a sexual thing going on. Just to clear that up. Okay, so James, Raquel, Brock, Scheana are here. Lucinda, Andrew, and Aaron, the designers.
He's like, my people. And I'm like, who are these people?
Lucinda, Andrew, and Aaron.
Before they gave us the names, I was like, is this family? Who is this?
I have no idea. Just Lucinda shows up with her crew. So then Lisa and Ken show up, and this is when we see the dead bug.
Oh my
They're
God.
horrified.
I'm embarrassed.
Same.
For everything.
Same. Notice how Greg is not here. Greg knew this wasn't. Greg is next door at the next bar getting hammered in the strip mall. He is not here.
Greg's like actually working on a real bar next door and it's halfway done.
He's like actually pissed that this is happening because he was gonna work tonight and now
this is basically the storage facility of his real bar next door.
The Toms don't know it yet, but this is never gonna get finished.
No.
Okay,
I actually looked it up while we've been filming this episode and there's not
nothing. A thing still. Is there a sandwich shop?
We'll discuss it, but
okay, great.
I have a lot to say once we get through this segment.
So Sandoval thanks everyone for coming. Ariana wants to sit so badly. She sits on the bar. They show everyone the Schwartz and Sandy sign, and it is literally the ugliest thing. They made it on clip art. Like it was that fucking easy.
And I love that Schwartz's name is like 7 times the size of
Schwartz and Sandy's. Also, even Raquel is like, this was very minimal effort. And if Raquel's dissing you, you must fucking deserve
this
it.
is
That's
what
all
you
I-
put on like your letterhead in your presentations while you're still trying to figure it out.
clip art. Like
This-
easy. I could make this sign in 15 minutes. Just give me a sec.
Go on to Canva or I think it's, yeah, and like make a real sign.
Yeah. So they do a tour. There's not really much to see. But Sandoval's trying to paint everyone a picture, and Lisa and Ken fucking hate everything.
They're horrified.
Everything. Yeah. So basically, this is when I wrote, this is one of those projects that's gonna end up with Mama's beer cheese and the divorce closet. We never see it again. It's dead in the water.
And Jax's workout videos.
Oh yeah. Homebody will be there too. Don't worry.
And she's singing career sits here as well.
Good as gold. We did get Ariana sang it for a second. She says, good as gold. Loved, but yeah, it's all dead. So Lisa then asks, so now they're all just chilling. So Lisa asks Scheana and Brock how they are. Great, we're signing prenup soon. This is fun dinner conversation.
Scheana loves to just be like, here's everything going on in my life.
She goes, we're signing prenup soon. And Brock goes, and I'm okay with that. I was like, sir, shout your port. Just sit here and say you're a charity case.
Stop telling people you have a terrible credit score and you're thrilled with a prenup. Just be like, yes, we're signing a prenup.
Like, it should be surprising Brock's okay with this prenup.
You're giving away too much.
He only gets his motorcycle. But Scheana does get 7% of Homebody because she was the first investor. And Brock thinks she only like gave a few thousand. And Sheena's like, no, it was well over a few tens of thousands.
In defense of both of them, I think they're miscommunicating here. I think Sheena's trying to say, I gave you money throughout this process and Brock like paid a bunch back.
Yeah.
So Scheana has given more than 10 grand, but I think Brock's thinking end number. How much did you actually invest at the end of the day without getting paid back? And he's like, you did not put in 10,000.
This was a mess.
This is embarrassing. Don't do this in front of a camera.
I feel
Rule number one.
I feel most bad for Scheana because she's not gonna get 7% of fucking anything because there's gonna be no money.
7% of zero is still zero.
Exactly.
This is the
this app is still not out.
This is the low-ranked version of Theranos. Like, it just never gets its high.
Yes, 10 out of 10. Also, someone let me know if they buy Homebody merch. I will never. I refuse to support them.
I'm making a freaking t-shirt. Buy our merch. I'm not joking. I'm really excited about this.
Okay, so then Raquel reminds Katie and Ariana of the guest color palette. It's earth tones for her party. If someone told me this, I would go, I'm gonna wear black.
This happened on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City this week too.
Earth tones. Oh, yeah. You're right. There's a color palette.
I don't mind color palettes. As long as it is a normal person color palette. I know someone who went to a wedding and the color palette was like hunter green, bright pink, black.
I'm wearing
and the girl
black.
was like, I guess I have to wear my dad's funeral dress because that's the only thing I have in this color palette.
Oh my God.
She's funny.
Plus, you don't really wear black to a wedding, you know? Like, it has to be like a nice floral kind of black.
I am not a big person who loves color palettes for things in everyday life, but these people are like influencers. So like, I get it. You want beautiful photos.
I get that. Yeah, honestly, got it.
And this is a travel event. You would buy clothes for this anyways.
If we ever become influencers, my color palette is going to be like, wear whatever the fuck you want.
Everybody has nude and like beige and like
nude,
green, you know.
Yeah.
You can pull this off. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't hate earth tones as a color palette.
No, but I love that Ariana thought
it was all weekend.
It was for the whole weekend.
And Raquel's like, no, I'm only kind of a bridezilla, not total. So funny. I just love Raquel's like, I wouldn't be that mean to you. And I'm like,
I love it. She's like, I only did a mood board for one day, not the whole weekend.
She needs some mood boards. So then Schwartz and Lisa are talking, and Schwartz is just so anxious that he's behind schedule, but he did get, that business loan. So at least that helped a little. He says, the restaurant industry is tough, Lisa. And she's like, yeah, you don't gotta tell me.
Like 30 years.
Also, you're not even in it yet, basically. You own 5% in the restaurant business. This is not a restaurant. You just
have a lease on this property.
Yeah, this is a housing place for Craig's project. So
this is you're not in the restaurant industry, you're in the storage unit.
Whenever we go to Schwartz and Sandy's, I'm gonna be like, so it's Craig's storage unit. We're back.
I'm just gonna go to like U-Haul building and just like dub
yeah.
over
Welcome to
Schwartz and
Shorts
Sandy's.
and Candies. Okay, so now Brock and James are talking. James is so excited for his engagement party. I thought Brock was gonna say he's gonna get married here, and I was like, oh man.
Because another thing about secrets, people don't keep them.
Keep them. Okay, what is the saying? Two can keep a secret if one of them's dead.
Yes.
Pretty Little Liars. Nothing's more accurate, but we know James and Brock were gonna fight, so that's what I thought the fight was about. Surprisingly, it's not, and to be honest, this fight kind of confused me, but we'll get into it. So, you know, Brock asks like, what's the plan? And James says, you know, there's an event almost every day. Yeah, honestly, this is just the Bravo trip that they couldn't do because of COVID.
Agreed.
So this is that.
Well, they kind of did it with Palm Springs, but that was at the beginning of the season. Yeah, like here's the next trip for a reason.
Yeah. Brock's still wanting to get married. He's just trying to plan it. And then somehow James's sobriety comes up. You know, he's still sober, but he's gonna still smoke weed. And Brock then says James can't take accountability and he should give up weed. And
because then again, James went on the whole tour of I'm giving up weed.
I know. And then that makes James fucking pissed. So he says, that's not what he said. It's not that he can't take accountability. It's that someone had fucking COVID, Brock. And COVID means smoking weed.
This is so dumb because like Brock is hitting the nail on the head, but that's the problem for James is that when someone reads him to a T, he immediately starts screaming.
To me, I get it because like Brock should stop fucking getting involved, but also like he's correct because James openly said to him, I'm gonna stop smoking.
Brock needs to Brock does kind of come off as like I'm just trying to be a friend, man. Like I'm better than
I'm a big brother.
Let me give you the advice. And it's like, dude, you just joined this group 3 seconds ago. Your advice is not wanted.
So I get confused because now they're arguing and James basically said he doesn't want Brock in his business. And Brock's like, I'm trying to give you advice, like whatever. And James is like, you need to learn how to talk to me. And Brock's like, you're right, because somehow Brock's education comes up.
James starts throwing low blows.
James mocks Brock and he goes, do it. Like it was bad, but he looks stupid, which I enjoy.
I know. Well, the good thing, like Brock stays very calm.
Because let's be honest, Brock one hit could knock James to the ground. Like this man's a fucking tree stump.
You win an argument when you are the one not yelling.
Yeah. So James is yelling, you know, Brock even agrees his education is poor, but James will just
I love that. He was like, you're actually right. Like, that is something I can definitely work on.
Yeah. So James is losing his mind.
Fuels Jamie.
I know.
James even further.
James knows he's losing, so now he has to. So what you do when you know you're losing, you double down on how psychotic you look. So then James is like, "Why are you even trying to be my friend?" And because you don't even reach out anymore. And Brock says he's still hurt because of the homebody text.
Oh my God.
And James is like, "Oh my God, you're never grateful about anything. I'm gonna DJ this shit, and you're not even paying me."
Well, because James starts complaining that Brock's like, you know what, you don't have to come, that's all right, I can figure out a DJ. And he's like, you're so ungrateful now.
So then James somehow goes to the girls after they've all been watching this
right next to Scheana, by the way, literally right next to Scheana,
in between Scheana and Raquel, and goes, I didn't even do anything, Raquel. And Sheena's like, well, you called him dumb. And he's, well, Scheana, he just loses it on Scheana. And then he looks at Raquel. He's like, I'd like to go.
We're out of here.
So they leave. And I don't know why he is so, right? This is like giving me flashes to drunk James, but he's just like less offensive. Like, he called Brock dumb, but he didn't like call Brock, broke. That would have been real, right? It's like James has low blow spectrum.
Yes.
Right. When he's drunk, he goes as low as he can. Right
now,
the problem
is because
low.
Brock is so new to him still. You don't know, you don't know the triggers yet or the buttons to push. So I think if this had been someone else who's been on the cast for a bit longer, it would have been to that level. But it's funny how easily this transitions from talking about James smoking to something else.
I think if Sandoval had been like, oh, you're gonna, Sandoval obviously would have presented it differently, but James has respect for Sandoval. So it would have been like, oh, I thought you were also going to give up weed. And James would have said, I'm not giving up weed. And Sandoval probably would have been like, okay, I just want you to be the healthiest, right? Like that you can be.
Yeah, but like think about when Sandoval did talk to James last episode about being controlling. James started to freak out a little bit, and Sandoval just knew how to handle it better. Yeah.
Brock comes back with
Brock is like putting
accountability.
Yeah. Brock is like, here's some gasoline to your fire.
James
Why are
is
you
a
upset?
Forest fire. This man, you just gotta let him burn.
He leaves, and then the girls hold up his water bottle, and it is like literally crumpled. Like,
yeah,
he was holding it so tight.
Was so anxious. I know. So that's how this ends. So next time we have homebody workout pictures. Lala is still skeptical of Brock. Ariana doesn't show up for the Randall pitch, which surprises me, but I'm into it.
She said she was refinancing her home, and I'm wondering if it has to do with freaking Schwartz and Sandy's loans.
Ooh. So then now we have the engagement party, or we're off to the engagement party. The secret wedding is still happening, and James and Brock continue to fight at dinner. I love a good dinner argument. Those are top Bravo notch. Okay, so now, did you want to do comments?
Oh, let me give you
or your kind of thing of Schwartz and Sandy's.
Oh shoot! What, I kind of forgot about my comments.
Okay, well,
let's do an accepted and blocked, and maybe they'll come back to me.
Okay, actually, let's instead do. I'm making executive decision. Let's do Tracy and Jackie's comments really quick.
Actually, let's just not.
Okay, so mostly because I don't know who I'm accepting or blocking yet, and it's bringing me anxiety. Okay, so Tracy says, okay, I have decided I do not like Brock. Oh, I kind of feel you on that, Tracy, but do you like James? Because in this argument, Brock handled himself pleasantly. I don't trust him.
Here's the thing about Brock is, earlier in the season, he was at least giving me some stuff. I kind of forget what it was, but he was like playing the game of the show. And now I feel like he's just causing unnecessary drama with this James fight that isn't interesting.
Yeah, I more don't trust Brock, and I just don't care about Brock, you know?
And like I don't want to watch next week his homebody launch. I'm not like, I'm sorry, new people to shows need to like pay some dues before they get big storylines.
Yeah.
And like Brock should be a friend of the show this year. He should not be someone who has major storylines outside of has two kids.
How come we get more Brock than Charlie is like my main thing.
Where the fuck was Charlie? Good point.
I'm upset still.
I think Charlie had like life plans, and so she's not really in the show. But like, we're not even getting
that got COVID.
We're not even really getting like Lala this episode. Like, Lala's a side character. Brock is front and center a lot this season, and he just hasn't paid his dues enough, in my opinion.
He's not Vanderpump material yet.
No, he's like the new face of this show, and we just met him.
Yeah. So then Tracy says, I would die if Katie and Ariana's sandwich place opened before Schwartz and Sandy's. I 1000% agree. I hope it
very quickly will.
Okay, and then Jackie says, Brock wanting to crash James Norcal's engagement party with a wedding? Absolutely not. This guy clearly has no money and is literally piggybacking off everyone else.
Yes. At one point, he literally goes, I saw that venue and I knew I had to do it there. And I'm like, because they paid the money to have that venue? For it?
Yeah, because you couldn't pay for that venue.
No.
Okay.
You had to put your ring on 3 different cards. That tells me that's a spur of the moment engagement, because in theory, you're supposed to save 3 months salary for rings. So you should be saving for like a year.
She says, it's sad because you don't need to spend money like everyone else for something to be special. You could do something small and cheap or even free. What is going on with him? Also, that engagement ring, not a diamond ? Yeah, I'm confused. I know nothing, Jackie.
I don't really mind it not being a diamond, because I kind of sometimes find diamonds overrated. This seems very Scheana. I don't like that it's $25,000 and it's massive when you just said you can't afford it. Small
diamond, yeah.
Yeah, he said he started at 8 carats and went to 12. Why was 8 carats not enough?
Wait, so then Jackie says, I did some research and neither was Katie's. Katie doesn't have a diamond.
Really?
Wow, Jackie, look at you, you little sleuth.
I don't remember. We just watched that engagement episode this year. I don't remember that discussion.
I don't think it was. I think she just did some digging and found out that Katie doesn't have a diamond. Wow, good for you, Jackie. Look at you, bravo detective.
Honestly, I watched the documentary series Explained on Netflix, and they have a whole episode about diamonds, and diamonds are kind of like cars in a way. They depreciate as soon as you get them because nobody wants a secondhand diamond.
Yeah.
So they kind of are just, it's about perception is the value.
Cool. She says, I guess I thought these guys had more money than they do. I would have thought Schwartz, but not so much Brock. Brock seems
think about when he did it. Like that was so long ago in the series.
4.
I know, but still,
he wasn't a main character in season 1. And if what we learned about Summer House is he had to really pay his dues to get up there. Also, I'm pretty sure in season 6 or something, I read that he made like one of the lowest salaries on Vanderpump Rules because it was all that much drama.
He would never negotiate with them. He's not that personality type.
He'd be like, "Thank you so much for lowballing me. I will take
Thank you for inviting me back.
Thank you.
Do you want me to pay you for the trip?"
Literally anything. She says, turns out everyone's got second hand diamonds or no diamonds. I can't afford any diamonds.
Hand, but
roast them, Jackie. Get it.
But it is interesting to see that they're not diamonds. But diamonds aren't everything.
Upgrade. They should upgrade now that they have more money, right? You can
if that's what they want. But if they're happy with like their ring, like let's just be happy.
Katie's marriage is on the fritz. She's not spending any money on this.
Just know you're not. You will never get a good value reselling a diamond.
I don't know anything. So then she says the guys all look like they have money to spend on stupid shit.
True.
When it comes to their ladies' rings, they penny pinch. I'm not a fan. Listen, Jackie, you're the only one here with a ring as far as I know, so I'll give that to you. That's right, girl. Dustin's not spending any money on some stupid shit. It should be on your ring and only your ring.
He's spending on stupid shit because he passed the hurdle of getting Jackie.
That's true.
What she deserves. Jackie. Take care of your lady.
True. At least, you know what's weird though? The couples without diamonds seem to be working out okay. Although James had a fake
without rings.
No, without diamonds.
Oh.
They have rings. Katie and Scheana have rings. They don't have diamonds.
That's true.
Maybe that's the way to go.
Listen, Scheana hasn't got maybe or maybe not hasn't. We'll see if she's married. We're not really sure.
I know nothing. Okay, now we can do accepted and blocked. I still don't know. You go first.
Which one do you want to do first?
Let's block first because I like ending on a high.
I am blocking Brock. I think he is a cheap ass who values the perception of this show over reality. Spending $25,000 when you said you haven't paid child support in years is kind of fucked up.
Crazy.
And then trying to plan a massive wedding that you wanted other people to pay for, that didn't work out. So now you're going to skimp off of somebody's engagement party is pretty fucked up. It's not like you're just in this beautiful place out your house. Like when Brock first presented that they were going to do that wedding, it kind of sounded like they were going to, at some point, not the day of the engagement party, walk away, go somewhere and do the wedding. But now at the end of the episode, Brock wants to do it at the engagement party venue, which means at the engagement party. And I hate that.
Great. I'm going to block James and it kills me. It kills me inside.
No, he deserved it. That was my other one. And I was hoping you would block him.
Yeah, for years, I've really given James the benefit of the doubt because I think he's this young kid on this reality show and he obviously had an alcohol addiction. So I've really given him the benefit of the doubt. But he is sober now and he's older now and he should be able to handle his emotions a little better or at least try and openly find the problem to his emotions.
Or walk away. And he's still not doing it. And it makes me really upset. And I think I need to start holding James to a higher standard. So as much as I love him, I do need to block him this episode. He keeps getting mad and he won't do anything about it. Because
we agree the madness.
Brock just called it like it was. And James
you told me you were doing this and now you're not. And James is like, well, why are you in my business? And it's like, well, because
the initial part of it, I don't think Brock did anything wrong. I think Brock started to do a lot wrong.
Yeah.
But I think he was like, oh, you aren't doing that?
You were supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what changed?
I don't see anything. Yeah. I think James needs to, I don't know if it's weed causing his emotions out of whack, but like if it is, maybe that's the thing, dude. Maybe he's just not meant to do any kind of drug or alcohol. Like maybe that's
I think weed helps him numb the problem. It's like a band-aid. But yeah, James never addressed and same with alcohol. Like he truly is an alcoholic now, but because of something else. So I don't think he ever addressed some of the other issues.
I need James. He was so good last season. I need James.
I need him to go to like therapy with Dr. Drew.
Yes,
and, like, have a Vanderpump therapy special.
He said he's not going to AA. He's got, dude, you gotta
do something. Everybody needs something.
I'm starting therapy soon, my dude.
Yay!
I love therapy. I've been really depressed lately, so I'm very excited. I think it's seasonal, but I'm not sure.
I feel that. I feel that.
I made a really funny joke. My friend was like, I'm going to try being less dramatic. And I was like, you've been dramatic for 25 years. Like, how are you going to stop being dramatic all of a sudden? And he goes, well, I'm like, ideally have only lived a quarter of my life. So I'm going to be less dramatic for the next 3 quarters. And I go, with our depression, we're not living that long. And he fucking died. He's like, you're right. I'm only going to make it to 60 with my anxiety and depression. I was like, times. Very funny. Anyway. Except my dark humor is done.
Let's go on a light note. I'm accepting Lisa. I think she was so supportive and fun. And sometimes I think support means being the devil's advocate, which is what she was giving the boys. I think she was showing genuine concern for their a little bit too outlandish ideas and trying to rein them back to earth.
Agreed.
Love her though.
I'm going to accept Katie. I love seeing a vulnerable side of Katie. I'm excited for her to see what she's capable of with her sandwich shop. Do I think that the idea of right now is going to be very successful? No, but what do I know? Katie,
we'll write in. We'll slide into the DMs and we'll be the Lisa to course corrector.
When we go to LA, I'm still going to get a sandwich. So
true. I may just, if it's European vibes, I may just get it to go.
I'm going to get 2 sandwiches because one's I'm going to give me unapologetically full. Look out for our merch that Meredith's going to make tonight.
I'm not joking. I'm going to do a pre-order, and if people want some, I want one. So even if it's an order of one,
you know what? Get me a large too, so I can eat in that baby all day
it can
long.
grow with me.
Yeah, love that. Did you have any thoughts on Schwartz and Sandy's?
So because I'm a big timeline person, we at the start of this episode, you said July 1st was when that photo was posted. So I'm going to say most of this episode is right around there.
Okay.
I think about how long that they have had this space, which is like months on months, and have done nothing. And then present day, it is now January 5th when we are recording. That is 6 more months. So like they've probably had this space for close to a year.
And they haven't done anything.
They don't have a website that I can find. I did a brief search on Instagram and don't even see an Instagram page. Like, what are we doing?
What's the girls thing called? There's something about her.
Yes, but they're not as far down. Like when you have a space,
that's true.
You got to get moving. I really think this is
something about her.
Yeah.
I don't think, there's an Instagram for something about her.
Is it actually?
Yeah, something about her. It's unapologetically feminine and undeniably delicious. Coming 2022 sandwich emoji.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Do they have the space? It looks cute.
No, I bet that's a stock photo.
Oh, it's giving SAH.
Yeah, because that sign is in French.
Do I follow? I'm gonna go on the Instagram and follow it because that's where we follow.
Love this because Jackie follows. Jackie knows everything.
Oh my God, Jackie.
When I search for Schwartz and Sandy's, there's 2 Instagrams and they both seem too low to And neither Schwartz or Sandoval are following.
Yeah, okay. Schwartz and Sandy's. Yeah, no. Those are all fake. Thank you, Jackie, for responding to one of my tweets. Oh, I have a poll. Really quick. I only have one poll. It's only one.
All right, give it to us and then we'll wrap it up.
So the tweet is, imagine if Lala met up with one of the girls who Randall cheated with, like Brandy Glanville met up with Scheana and at a new restaurant, and boom, a new Pump Rules cast is born.
Can you imagine Nashville version of like this?
I would die. So then I said, would you watch this? And 7 people said yes, and 2 said nope to awk.
I would not watch it, but the new show, because I just can't keep doing this. But I would love.
We wouldn't do a podcast about it. I would just watch it as my guilty pleasure.
I would watch the first episode for sure, and then I would just fall off.
I mean, I would just watch when Lala showed up.
Exactly.
Ugh, amazing.
Well,
okay, well, this was a really long episode, and I'm fucking starving for a sandwich. TTYL.